Welcome to Figures in History. Join us on a captivating journey through time as we uncover key facts about influential individuals who have shaped our world. In this episode, we will be discussing Teofilo Stevenson. 1. Early life and family background. Teofilo Stevenson Lawrence was born on March 29, 1952, in Puerto Padre, Cuba, to a family with a rich multicultural heritage. His father, Teofilo Stevenson Patterson, was an immigrant from St. Vincent, while his mother, Dolores Lawrence, was a native Cuban with roots tracing back to St. Kitts. Teofilo Sr. arrived in Cuba in 1923 and worked various jobs before settling in Camagüey, where he supplemented his income by giving English lessons. Despite his large size, Teofilo Sr. was disillusioned by the corrupt payment structures in boxing after fighting 7 times. Young Teofilo, however, found his calling in the sport at the age of 9, sparring at a makeshift open-air gym frequented by his father. Under the guidance of former national light heavyweight champion John Herrera, Teofilo Jr. began his boxing journey, often fighting more experienced opponents. His mother was initially furious upon learning about his boxing activities but eventually acquiesced on the condition that his father accompanied him. 2. Rise to prominence. Stevenson's boxing career took off in the mid-1960s under the mentorship of John Herrera. His talent quickly caught the attention of Andrei Chervenenko, a head coach in Cuba's state sports system, which had taken control of all boxing activities following the 1962 government resolution outlawing professional sports. Despite an early setback in the national championships against heavyweight Gabriel Garcia, Stevenson secured his place in the national team for the 1970 Central American and Caribbean Boxing Championships by defeating top Cuban boxers Nancio Carrillo and Juan Perez. Although he lost in the final, his performance established him as Cuba's premier heavyweight. Chervenenko and leading Cuban coach Alcides Segarra honed Stevenson's jab, which became his signature weapon, leading to a significant victory over East Germany's Bernd Anders in Berlin. This win marked Stevenson's emergence as a serious contender in the amateur boxing world. 3. 1972 Munich Olympics. At the age of 20, Stevenson joined the Cuban boxing team for the 1972 Munich Olympics, where he made a dramatic entrance by knocking down Polish fighter Ludwik Dendries within 30 seconds of the opening bell. The fight was stopped due to a cut near Dendries' eye. In the quarterfinals, Stevenson faced American boxer Dwayne Bobbick, a gold medalist at the 1971 Pan American Games who had previously defeated him. After a close first round and losing the second, Stevenson unleashed a ferocious third round, knocking Bobbick down 3 times and winning the match. This victory, broadcasted throughout Cuba, remains one of Stevenson's most memorable performances. He went on to defeat German Peter Hussing in the semifinals and won the gold medal after Romanian Ion Alex withdrew due to injury. Stevenson's success at the Munich Olympics solidified Cuba's dominance in amateur boxing and established him as the world's premier amateur heavyweight boxer. For the prime years and professional offers, Stevenson's dominance continued at the inaugural 1974 World Championships in Havana and the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal, where he won his second Olympic gold medal. By this time, he had become a national hero in Cuba. American fight promoters offered him $1 million to challenge world heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali, which would have made Stevenson the second boxer to go straight from the Olympics to a professional debut with the world heavyweight crown on the line. However, Stevenson famously declined, asking, "What is $1 million compared to the love of 8 million Cubans?" He went on to win his third Olympic gold medal at the 1980 Moscow Games, becoming the second boxer ever to achieve this feat after Laszlo Papp. Stevenson's refusal to turn professional and his loyalty to Cuba's revolutionary ideals made him a symbol of national pride. 5. Rivalry with Igor Vysotsky. One of the most notable aspects of Stevenson's career was his rivalry with Soviet boxer Igor Vysotsky, who defeated him twice. Their first encounter was at the Cordova-Cardin tournament in 1973 in Cuba, where Vysotsky won on points. The second match took place in Minsk in 1976, where Vysotsky knocked Stevenson out. Vysotsky remains the only boxer to have stopped Stevenson, let alone by knockout, and to have defeated him twice without being avenged. Stevenson's second loss to Vysotsky occurred just 6 weeks before his knockout winning streak at the 1976 Montreal Olympics, where he defeated John Tate and Mircea Simon. Despite these losses, Stevenson maintained his reputation as one of the greatest amateur boxers of all time, famously stating, "Nobody is invincible." 6. 1984 and 1988 Olympic boycotts. Stevenson's career was significantly impacted by the political climate of the time. He might have won additional gold medals at the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics and the 1988 Seoul Olympics, but Cuba boycotted both events. The 1984 boycott was in retaliation for the American boycott of the 1980 Moscow Olympics, and the 1988 boycott was due to North Korea not being allowed to co-sponsor the event. Despite these missed opportunities, Stevenson continued to compete and win in other international competitions. He defeated future Olympic champion Tyrell Biggs in February 1984 and won the super heavyweight gold at the 1984 Friendship Games. He also secured the super heavyweight gold at the 1986 World Amateur Boxing Championships, defeating Alex Garcia from the United States in the final. 7. Legacy and impact. Stevenson's career spanned 2 decades, during which he fought 332 times, winning 302 bouts, losing 22, only won by knockout, and drawing 8 times. His fearsome reputation led to 22 walkover wins and numerous byes, allowing him to skip unnecessary encounters with limited opposition. Western estimates suggest he participated in over 500 fights, including tough sparring sessions that contributed to his exceptional career. Stevenson's dominance in the amateur heavyweight division coincided with Muhammad Ali's reign as the world's heavyweight champion in professional boxing, leading to frequent comparisons between the two. Despite numerous lucrative offers to turn professional, Stevenson remained loyal to Cuba, famously stating, "I will not trade the Cuban people for all the dollars in the world." 8. Retirement and later life. After retiring from boxing in 1988, Stevenson transitioned to a career as a boxing trainer and sports functionary. He worked at the National Institute for Sports, Physical Education, and Recreation, INDER, and served as vice president of the Cuban Boxing Federation. In 1999, Stevenson was involved in an altercation at Miami International Airport, where he allegedly headbutted a United Airlines employee. The incident was reportedly provoked by insults against the Cuban government. Stevenson returned to Havana after his release on bail and did not attend subsequent court proceedings. The Cuban state newspaper Trabajadores blamed the Miami Mafia for provoking the incident, alleging that Cuban exiles organized a public gathering to abuse Stevenson. 9. Awards and honors. Throughout his illustrious career, Stevenson received numerous accolades. He was awarded the Val Barker Trophy for Outstanding Boxer at the 1972 Olympic Games and became a merited Master of Sport of the USSR in the same year, one of the few foreign athletes to receive this title. In 1987, he was honored with the Olympic Order, recognizing his contributions to the sport. Stevenson's legacy extends beyond his achievements in the ring. He is remembered as a symbol of Cuban pride and resilience. His refusal to turn professional and his dedication to his country made him a beloved figure in Cuba and an inspiration to aspiring boxers worldwide. 10. Death and legacy. Teofilo Stevenson passed away on June 11, 2012, at the age of 60 due to a heart attack in Havana. His death was first reported by Cuban state media, which stated, "The Cuban sporting family was moved today by the passing of one of the greatest of all time." Stevenson was survived by his 2 children. His life and career continue to be celebrated, with a forthcoming documentary by Jonathan Butler, Split Decision, containing the last known interview with Stevenson. His legacy as one of the greatest amateur boxers in history remains intact, and his story serves as a testament to the power of dedication, loyalty, and national pride. Stevenson's impact on the sport and his unwavering commitment to his country have left an indelible mark on the world of boxing. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through this figure's fascinating life. If you're passionate about history, don't forget to subscribe to Figures in History for more captivating stories of influential figures from the past. Leave a comment below and let us know which historical figure you'd like to see in future episodes. Your suggestions matter, and together, we can continue exploring the amazing figures that shaped our world. Keep exploring, learning, and shaping a brighter future through understanding the past.